Buying a motorbike in Paraguay. So, if you want to not spend much money, and you know you're gonna live there, or you be on a tourist visa for some time, you're gonna stay there for some time, a motorbike is a good way to travel with one or two person. Of course, when you are in Paraguay, you see that some people put three, four, five people on on the motorbike. I wouldn't invite you to do that. Um, Motorbike give you flexibility at a low cost, basically. And you're gonna, I think the price per kilometer for something you own is the lowest. So let me help you with that. I bought a motorbike in Paraguay. Many of my friends bought different motorbike. Let's go on the website. I'm going to show you a few things. Okay, let's go. So first, let's look at Tiger. Tiger from Everfin. You will find this model. So when you buy a motorbike in Paraguay, look at what the local people are using. So Tiger is one of the most common things they are using, especially in the countryside. Why? It's pretty cheap. You can see here, you've got a motor that look pretty okay, right? And it's only, it's expensive already for local people. 7,334,000 guaranis, right? When you look at the website and the price, so Tiger is a brand, right? So the price here is the promotional price. You got the official price, promotional price, and usually if you pay directly, right? So contado, right? You're gonna have a cheaper price. You can just ask for discount. You'll see, you'll get a cheaper price. Precio quota. So there's a way here. It's very common to finance purchase, especially for local people, given their revenue. And so sometimes you see the price of the bike, but it's just for one quota. So 30 quota, some is 30 payment. It's basically a payment by purchase by installment, and this is the price of the installment, 30 times. Okay. So you can see the difference. So if you buy this type of motorbike in Europe, for instance, or in US, you would pay way more than this price usually. So based on a few people I have talked to who have, one of my friends has this one, for instance, Tiger, so the bolt maybe loose after some time. Factor in that this is coming from China. I'm not saying that it's bad quality. China is doing better and better things in terms of manufacturing, but you've got to pay attention to quality of the plastic, quality of the pieces, reliability of the bike. Don't forget that some of you will go at pretty high speed with that, right? Maybe 100, maybe 120, maybe 140 kilometers per hour. At this speed, you cannot have something that doesn't work or something like that. It will be very dangerous. Okay. So that's for Tiger. I went for a Kenton, which is under Chacomer. You will see that in Ascension, one of the main brand for transportation is Chacomer. Chacomer is a reseller basically covering a number of brands, including Kenton, Yamaha. So Kenton has a number of, it's a very common brand here, a number of bike. For me, I went for the, give me 1 second, I might be on page number 2. Yeah, this one, the Dakar 200. So So you see the price per quota, right? Um, it's pretty reliable based on my experience, based on experience of a few other users. Um, they also sell quads, which is a different thing. We'll have a specific video on quads. But it might be a good way to get started if you've never done a motorbike before, or just use some scooters. This one, for instance, is pretty small. I saw it in the shop. It's 7 million guarani. So Tiger is cheaper than Kenton, and then Kenton will be cheaper than the Asian or Japanese brand. So if we go to Honda, for instance, number of options as well. You can multiply the price per 4 or 5 versus Kenton. Basically, from Tiger to Kenton, you multiply the price by 2, I suspect. Maybe 1.5 to 2. From Kenton to Honda, you multiply by 4. And you will find similar model as well. So I went for Kenton, I went for a trial motorbike. Why? Because so the design of that motorbike has been updated, by the way, right? It's the new design is really nice. The color is really nice. The amortisseur, you've got sprinkler here that enable you to absorb shocks as well. It's really convenient. You don't feel much things on the road. If you have a standard motorbike, usually, so those are trail motorbike. It's very comfortable to ride. If you do not have a trail motorbike, like this, you will feel the floor, basically, the road, especially if you go on pavements. To the point where most of the local motorbike, if they have this stuff like that, you will hear it passing by because it's just, the PC is like, it make a crazy noise. Okay, Honda. This is Yamaha. I don't know why the price is in US dollar. I think it's just for quota as well. So take into account the repairability of your motorbike. If it's a common brand on the market, then it will be usually easy to repair. They will have parts for it. The technician know how to repair that. I had to repair my motorbike a number of times. Either because of crash or things that I wanted to fix. So I go to Chacomer, for instance, for Kenton. You just skew and you get your bike repaired very quickly. It's rather cheap. If you go for Honda or Yamaha, there's less pieces available. There's just one center usually to repair the thing. It will be more expensive. It's also more prone to be stolen in Paraguay because for local, basically they wouldn't offer this type of motorbike. It's way too expensive, so it's usually only foreigners have this, or wealthy Paraguayans. I frankly wouldn't go for that in Paraguay unless you are a motorcycle freak and you love motorcycle and you want something extremely reliable, but be prepared to wait for a significant amount of time in case you crash to get new pieces or to get it repaired. Factor in that you need to find repairmen that are very competent at fixing your bike. The risk is that if they put someone incompetent that fix your bike, then it will. There's a saying in Paraguay: don't let someone incompetent to fix your stuff or your car, motorbike, because he will mess it up. And that's yeah, that's just unacceptable, but it's just the way it is. So yeah. Kenton is also not too complicated to fix. I have quickly learned how to fix pieces of my bike. No problem with that. Of course, not the engine itself, but it's simple basically. Right. So to purchase, basically a lot of sales in the shop. So you can go to a shop in Ascension if you are in Ascension, because you will have opportunities. Let me do that with you. We're gonna do that together. Let's take Google Maps. All right. Let's type Chacomer, for instance. Chacomer see location. So we're gonna see the branch of Chacomer. A lot of branches are located on Azobio Ayala, which is this main. So the repair shop for Chacomer is here. Chacomer Repuesto y Accesorio. They also sell motorbike. This branch is really good because you can try the branch, the bike. There's a lot of. Let me use the. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Yes, this one. So this is the shop. Behind the shop, you can try different bikes. There's a little like made up road. The repair is here. A lot of bikes here in the shop are presented as well. You go there, you talk to a sales, or you already know what product you want. You can get their WhatsApp. On their WhatsApp account, you can see the bike as well. As a tourist, you are allowed to buy a bike with your passport. If you are going to just be a tourist, you could ask not to pay the tax, which is 10%. If you are planning to stay here, you're supposed to pay the tax. Be very careful about that, okay? You can buy with your passport. You will show your passport when you buy. They will register your passport. And you're gonna have to go to the habilitation. It's a card that allow you to circulate with your motorbike. When you be stopped by the police, you need to show your driving license, foreign driving license. I'm talking when you buy with a passport, your habilitation, and the policeman may ask to see your passport and the stamp to make sure that you still within the tourist visa period. Okay, so this is for Chacomer. You've got many branches of Chacomer. You've got another branch here as well. Chacomer is let me see. Chacomer is selling different products on the market, so don't be surprised. They also sell fitness gear, bicycle, and you're gonna find also the others on the same road as well. They are all basically no, that's a fail. Yeah, showroom for Honda, you see, so it's just actually next to Chacomer, so you can walk there directly, see different things. I suppose there's a tiger also in the road. Basically, just walk that road, which is pretty long, and you're gonna see a lot of motorbike reseller. Okay, I wouldn't advise you to buy a motorbike second hand, given the cost. It's already low cost. And it could be that this motorbike has been in an accident. It could be camouflage. So it could be potentially very dangerous to do that. You're gonna save not much money, but the risk will be much higher unless you specifically know that person. It's been, for instance, let's imagine a foreigner arrived by a bike, right? You know the history of the bike, and this foreigner just sell it because he's leaving the country or want to buy another bike. Then it would make sense to buy directly from that person, for instance. But only buy from people you can trust. That's it for how to buy a motorbike in Paraguay. If you have any question, feel free to reach out. I hope this was useful to you. There might be things I am forgetting, but my apology for that. Feel free to give me a feedback as well. It's very useful for me and for other people. Cheers. Bye bye.